Hi, how are ya? Okay, you guys. So today we have another ASMR video coming at you. Today we're throwing it back to a YouTube classic from the mid-2010s, featuring none other than the Miss TANA MONGEAU, infamous YouTuber, you know. So without further ado, here is the American classic, the, American lyric, TANA MONGEAU Toothbrush, Storytime, ASMR girl.
Praise Jesus, hallelujah.
So this probably happened in like 2013, definitely 2013. I'm not sure like the time basis of 2013 because 2013 was just not my year. In my last video, I talked about how in 2013 I fell down a marble staircase and ate in front of my crush. Yeah, it was not my freaking year at all, okay? So in 2013, I want to say it was later in the year, I was hanging out with like 10 or 15 of my friends. And it was actually at the literal same house that this like marble staircase house in my last video was. It was common, people went there a lot, blah, 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 whatever. We were all hanging out there. And I was there with like my girlfriends and a couple of guys. And I knew all the guys pretty well. But there's this one guy that I didn't know well, and he was giving me really weird, like, creepy guy. Like, I want to eat your toenails with my breakfast vibes, you know? You know those guys, like, they're creepy. You feel like every time you're looking away, they're just staring at you like, can I eat your hair? Like those people. So there was this guy, and he was just giving me the creepiest, weirdest vibes. And it was literally to the point that I didn't even want to be there anymore. My friends were all having a good time, but I was so over it. Basically, I call one of my really good guy friends, and I say, hey, can you come get me? I'm really weirded out. I was weirded out to the point of tears. Like, that's how freaked out I was. And he was like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'll come pick you up right now. I get all my together. This guy picks me up, who's like my really, really close guy friend. Nothing more, just friends. He picks me up. I was originally just going to ask him to take me home or like wherever he was going, like his house or something like that. We were really close. Okay? And long story short, he didn't want to go home. It was very, very, very early in the night. It was like 11 p.m. So he had said, oh, we are going to go to my friend's house for a little bit and you can come with. I said, okay, fine. Like, whatever. It's better than being where I was. I didn't really want to go to my friend's house, but he went off his way to pick me up really far, and he said it was only going to be for a little bit. Like, whatever, you know? It's not the end of the world, okay? We get there, and I know nobody there. Which I'm not saying is like a, oh my God, I'm so cool way, but I know a lot of his friends. I know a lot of people, okay? I expected to get there and people that I know. And it was all these people that I did not know. And they were all these really weird, gross people. They were sitting in his garage around one of those ping pong tables. You could just tell that that was not their party table, that was their dining table. So they were all sitting around this table with fold-up chairs. It was, I shouldn't say, I'm so white, I don't even know what is. I'm gonna shut up. And they were all chain smoking one cigarette. You know the way in movies how people get around and pass the around? They were doing this with a cigarette. Like, what do you mean? A pack of cigarettes is like $5. Everyone could have their own individual cigarette. Like, here's your party favorite children. No, these people are passing around the one cigarette around. One cigarette. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Anyways, so immediately I'm ready to leave. This is not my scene. This is these people's idea of a party. They're also all passing around a bottle of peach Ciroc vodka. I don't drink. Swigging the vodka like around. Bacteria, germs, I'm good, thank you. I get there and sit down, just so over it. And this other guy, this was the night of creepy guys, okay, girl, is sitting there next to me, saying things like, what's wrong? And why did you come here? Because it was obvious that my friend had to get me because of something frantic. And I say, nothing. Just had a bad night. This guy was really creepy to me. I'm over it. I just want to chill and then I want to go home. And this guy's trying to take my arm. Like, it's okay, baby girl. He was one of those guys, like, baby girl, I know I just met you and know nothing about you, but I'm going to call you baby girl. I don't know why guys do that. Why they think it's like, oh, you're just calling me baby girl and I never met you. Like, my is dripping right now. You want to go? I don't think like that. Like, baby girl, shut. I don't know you. He's calling me baby girl, rubbing my back, and just being that guy. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I've dealt with enough creepy guys tonight. Like, I'm over your, you know? It gets later and later, still sitting around this table. My ride does not want to leave. He's drunk at this point and is not gonna drunk drive. I'm on my phone and it's on 4%. I'm like calling everyone to come get me. No one's answering since it's too late at night, 4 a.m. And no one has an iPhone charger because all these people have Cricket phones. Nothing wrong with the Cricket phones. Just saying, I really needed a phone charger and nobody had one. My phone had to die. My ride couldn't take me home and I was too far to walk anywhere, like walk home or something. I go to sleep in the car and they're like, oh, you can't sleep in the car. Oh, I remember the time frame now. It was definitely like December because it was too cold to sleep in the car. So I asked, do you have like a guest bedroom? Like, I'm going to go upstairs and sleep in your guest bedroom. And the guy's like, yeah, it's upstairs to the right. So I go up to the guest bedroom and lay down in this guest bedroom. And I'm just over everyone's shit. I literally locked the door behind me. I'm asleep for 2 hours before some not random, but the guy who was calling me baby girl walks in the room. Obviously, it was his room because he unlocked the door. He lays down next to me and is like, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. He wakes me up to tell me this. If you wake me up, honestly, to literally tell me that you're handing me a solid gold brick, I'm going to tell you to off. Especially if you're waking me up to tell me something like, you're so beautiful, baby girl. No, absolutely not. Moral of the story is, if you try to wake up Tana, it's never a pretty thing. Ask my manager. And I'm not saying being called pretty is a bad thing. Thank you for calling me pretty. But it's like obvious that this man is not calling me pretty. So I can be like, thanks. And we can fall in love and get married. He's calling me pretty so I can put his in my mouth, which I'm never going to do. So So he's laying there calling me pretty, and I'm like, thanks. I want to go back to sleep now. Can you leave me alone? Like, I want to leave in the morning. He's like, oh, you're just so beautiful. I just wanted a chance to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, what do you want? And he's like, can we, like, make out? Kiss me, please. Like, please kiss me. Like, it would make my dreams come true, make my life come true. And I'm like, no, you, I'm not gonna kiss you. They says, please, baby girl. And he starts touching my arm, and that's when I'm over it, because the situation was just really weird and I didn't want it to turn into something even worse. I feel like there's a chance that it could. I'm not getting in too far into that, and I don't want to say anything that could offend anyone, because I don't mean it like that. It was just weird. It was a weird situation with a weird guy. He literally looked like my big toe. I'm not going to touch you. So I get up and I like storm out this. I'm throwing things, gathering my stuff, slamming the drawers, slamming the doors. I leave, slam the door, storm down the stairs as loud as I can, walk over to my ride, who is now like sober, I'm assuming. I don't know. Don't make bad decisions. I'm a f***ing idiot. He was fine to drive, you know what I mean? So I walk over to my ride and I'm like, hey, we gotta go. I want to go. I'm like over it. And he's like, okay, why? You could tell I'm pissed. This guy was probably so fed up with my at this point, because guys were just making me so mad this night. So he takes me home. The next morning, I wake up to more text messages, tweets, anything you could ever like seen on a phone in life. Because this is not when I was a YouTuber and I was getting a bunch of tweets because I was relevant. This is when I had like 9 friends. So I wake up to all these texts, and they're texting people I don't even know, being like, you're so gross. Or like, Tana, I can't believe you did this. Or like, how could you get with my man? Like, blah, 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 blah. And so right off the bat, I assume that this guy started telling people that we had or something, because guys do that. There are a lot of those types of guys that, especially in Vegas, and I hate to like hate on Vegas as a whole, but like Vegas guys can be incredibly, incredibly grimy. So I assume he was just telling people we hooked up because I rejected him. I was about it. I left, like, whatever. His ego was hurt, so he had to tell everyone me, you know? That's what I assumed. Not the end of the world. I'm not the type of person who needs anyone to believe anything. If you don't believe it, you want to think I f***ed him, I couldn't care less. Oh, I couldn't care less. After like 30 text messages, I'm finally like, okay, I really don't think he's just telling everyone that I f***ed him, because people are literally out on me over this. I should probably find out what he's saying, because if I did had with him, it wouldn't have been this big of a deal. But like I said, I didn't do anything with him. I literally just up and left. So I asked one of my close friends, like, what are you hearing? Because he texted me like, oh, is this really happening? Like, did that really happen? Is he telling the truth? And I'm like, did what happen? And they're like, oh, let me think of a name for the guy. Brandon. And like, Brandon's telling everyone that he you with his toothbrush last night. Come again? Excuse me? I don't think my ears are working properly. And he's like, no, yeah. He's telling everyone he literally took his toothbrush from his bathroom counter, put it, and with it. I am so sorry for this graphic. Like, if you are 10 or your mom is hearing this, like, praise Jesus, hallelujah. I'm so sorry. This did not happen. And I'm like, what the? So this guy literally went around to tell every single person that he could possibly tell, and was like, I took the toothbrush out of my toothbrush holder after with it, and was telling everyone, the bristles, man, the bristles were, oh my God. Like, he starts telling everyone, no, like, she wanted it so bad. She could, like, obviously has a toothbrush. And I'm just like laying in my bed, literally flabbergasted that this man, he could have said that we made out. He could have said that I on his chest. Or he could have said that we took a bath together or showered together. He could have said that I and his whole family. He could have said that there are so many things in the earth that this man could have spread a rumor about me, and he chose out of his little demented peanut brain to tell every single person ever that he to me with a toothbrush. With a toothbrush. So then I kid you not, for the rest of the year of my life, so many people ask me on a daily basis, like, is it true that you got with a toothbrush? People would leave me Tumblr ask all the time, being like, can I you with a toothbrush? My best friends, like, they all knew it wasn't true, obviously, but they would jokingly call me Toothbrush Tana. One time this girl subbed to me, literally, that little toothbrush hoe. I'm not even kidding. It was like a thing. And like I said, I didn't give up. I still continued to have fun with my friends. Life was great. I couldn't care less. It didn't like affect me in any way, really. It just like never died down. And there was the occasional times where I would start talking to a guy, and like a month into talking to the guy, he would literally be like, so I have a question, can we talk? And I'd be like, sure, expecting him to be like, what are we? And he'd be like, did you get with a toothbrush? I'd be like, no, I didn't get with a toothbrush. I'm sorry, I'm not into that. Like, I'm sure people are, but I'm not. I just prefer things that go in my mouth to stay in my mouth, brushing my teeth, not brushing the inside of my, you know what I mean? By far, literally just hits the top of the list. I will never forget that in my life. I still hear about it on occasion. Every single person that like knows me knows that that was just a rumor. Okay guys, well that is it for this video on my channel. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. Question of the day today is, what is your favorite Tana Mojo story time? Thank you, and goodbye. I love you guys. Follow me on all my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. All will be linked down below. Yeah, hope you guys had a good day. I love you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Praise Jesus, hallelujah.